And thank you. Next, I'll accept the motion to accept the minutes of the regular board meeting, which was held on December 20th, 2022. It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay. The minutes are accepted. The chief of police is on a vacation this week. Do we have anybody from the union this evening?
He told me he was going to attend, but I
And
don't.
that's okay. We're going to be going out of order a little bit anyway. We got internal affairs quarterly report. I know Lieutenant Adam Rosen is here. But if you can indulge me, Lieutenant, I have two council people on the call and they have a council meeting. I want to dispense what they're here for, hopefully in short order, and also get rid of our city traffic engineer, maybe as well. And we also have Attorney Bohannon, who's waiting patiently, but we have an issue we're going to be covering with him. So if provided there's no issue with the commissioners, if we can move to under old business, item 4B, there was an item tabled at last month's meeting, and that was no parking signs at Cortlandt Avenue between Fairfield Avenue and Montgomery Street. This was again, it was a table. The recommendation from the city traffic engineer was to approve. I know I spoke with Councilman Burns on this late today, I should say. I believe the request would be, what we're talking about, the section of Cortlandt that runs alongside of the patio area for the Castle restaurant. Is that correct, Councilman Burns?
Yes, Commissioner Roach. That is the area of concern where, cars turn right onto Cortlandt from Fairfield, and the restaurant's been pretty popular, and there's a pending development right across the street as well, and residents, particularly on Montgomery and Newton, finding it difficult to intersect.
And I apologize because I had gotten off the meeting earlier. Commissioner Farrow was handling that section of the meeting where we dealt with traffic issues, and it was tabled. If I don't know who tabled it or what the questions were on the table, is ladies or Hector, do you recall?
I think we were just mostly concerned with I had across the street from that where the empty lot is. I didn't know it was on the Cortlandt side. And then today I thought about it, and I was thinking how that would affect the business that's there. Their parking is limited as it is. I don't know what conversations the councilman may have had, but the reason for the table was that we weren't really sure the positioning or how it come up.
I think we're only talking about it would probably make up 2 parking spots, and that's especially if there's cars parked across the street. That's a difficult turn to navigate if you're coming off of Fairfield Avenue. And I know that we want to support our businesses as much as possible. They do have parking. They do have a parking lot, although the parking is limited in that lot. They do have access to the Candy construction lot, which seems to have limitless parking. So I don't think it's an issue with that, unless either Councilman Burns or McCarthy disagree with me.
Yeah, I take that turn quite often to go to St. Mary's. I like, when I come home, I always go to St. Mary's before I come home. And it is, I get it. It is a weird turn, even though the light is there, and I can see where it becomes a problem. I have no problem with it at all.
Okay.
With the resident that's concerned and council.
So we're talking from Fairfield Avenue to the entrance of the parking lot back there, those two spots. Is that correct? Powell, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Actually, good evening, everybody. My recommendation was actually from the traffic light to Montgomery.
Okay. That in Montgomery is more of a curve than a corner.
That's correct.
Where do you draw the line then?
I would draw the line. There's a one corner property with a driveway that is directly across from the intersection. I will pretty much end at that driveway. Because if you look at the aerial photographs, there's a private residence driveway that feeds directly into the intersection.
All right. Does that go along with your request, Councilman Burns?
Yeah, I think that fits pretty well. And to your point, Commissioner, the restaurant has secured parking at Candy, which is, adjacent to the
Okay. All right.
walk into the restaurant without having to cross the street. So
I'd also like to, if I could add a friendly amendment to that, Powell, there's a stop sign at Montgomery. On the back of that stop sign, if we can have a no outlet sign installed, I know that was a big issue for folks on Montgomery Street also. That although Hector knows his way to St. Mary's, a lot of people take that turn thinking it's access to St. Mary's. So if I don't know if the board is okay with that. It's we've done it before, not even through I don't even know if it required our action, but I'd like to add that on as an amendment if everybody is okay with that. You understand where I'm coming from, Powell?
Yes, I do. I'm actually looking at the maps right now.
Yeah.
Right now, the best spot for a sign actually would be at Newton Street, because by law, we can still take Montgomery to Newton Street. And no outlet.
No, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's why I'm not saying dead end. I'm saying no outlet.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a no outlet sign, not a dead end sign. And the idea is to keep people from, automatically going down, thinking that they're on their way to the seawall. Okay.
Understood. We can actually install that sign on the same post that the new no parking sign go.
God bless you. Beautiful.
On the right side.
Okay. All right.
That would
Anything else on that? I'll entertain a motion to approve the request as amended.
So move.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay. All right, that's one other issue for Councilman Burns and Councilman McCarthy. I think Councilman McCarthy is still with us also, but we have the city traffic engineers. There's a request to, first of all, the request was for multi-way stop signs at the corner of Maplewood and Lenox Avenue. What the city traffic engineers is recommending that that we do not approve that, but approve no parking here to corner signs at Maplewood Avenue and Lenox Avenue in place of that. Is that correct? Councilman Burns, is that correct?
yeah,
Powell?
the constituents.
Powell, one of these days I'm going to be able to pronounce your last name, but right now you're just Powell, okay?
That's fine with me.
Okay. And I understand, I mean, I read the your report on that, Powell, and
Yes.
the lack of accidents and
That's correct.
you know, the other justification for it. Does any of our commissioners have any questions or issues with that?
No.
Okay, that having been said, let's start with the item under, and I'm sorry, Captain, I know we're all over the place, but the item under 9A, number 1, the installation of no parking here at a corner sign at Maple Avenue and Lenox. I entertain a motion to approve that request.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, that's been approved. with that, let's take up item 9B. The first item under 9B, which is the installation of the requested installation of multi-way stop signs, and the recommendation from the city traffic engineer is not to approve. Entertain a motion to concur with the city traffic engineer and for not to approve that particular request. Is there a motion to that effect?
So move.
Thank you. Commissioner Williams, is there a second?
Second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Cruz. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion is carried. I think that's it for any business that Councilman Burns and Councilman McCarthy were needed for. You guys are more than welcome to stay on, but I know you have your own council meeting tonight, so.
Thank
say
you.
Good evening either way. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thanks,
Um,
everyone.
Bye.
And if we could, we do have Attorney Bohannon has been waiting for us also, as well as, and I think this might be something that would that concerns Lieutenant Rosem as well. And so I'm looking at under old business item 4A, city attorney to address board regarding a pending personnel matter. So I would entertain a motion to go into executive session. And I'm sorry, before we I'm sorry, Sergeant Carly. I just well, I'm sorry, Powell, you're gonna have to wait for us. I'm sorry, if you wanted to stick around. Let's go in executive session. I'm sorry. I'll accept the motion to go into executive session for this personnel matter.
So move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, it's just going to be the commissioners, Lieutenant Rosem, and Attorney Bohannon, please. And I will, Captain, I'll give you a heads up when we're ready to come out. Thank you.
So Wareham, you have to click on join the breakout room, sir.
Who does?
You do,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm not getting a prompt for joining the breakout room. Let me just see. Okay, there it is.
Commissioner Cruz, you should have something on your Zoom that says, join the breakout room. Just me and you, Dom.
That works for me. Congratulations, Captain.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully they're not too long.
I'm at two places at once. I'm at the council meeting, so if I duck out, it's because something popped up here. So how's it being a captain? Everything you wanted?
It's busy, so kind of I get, is there a new word past multitask? Like when
What's
you-
that?
That when you multitask on top of multitask,
It's multitask.
multitask. I'm gonna write that on my